Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is TheBrokenMachine. Today we're going to be talking loadouts. Here I am on Loadout Garden. This is probably one of my favourite weapons in the game. I don't always use it, but it is one of my favourite weapons. And the reason I don't always use it is because I like to mix it up a little bit. But it is my favourite go-to loadout. It is that loadout. When I want consistency, this is it. So, starting with the weapon, it is of course the M416. With the recent patch, I like to keep this bare. I don't like any attachments on it. I'm still getting used to the patch changes. So for the time being, I just like to keep things bare, and this seems to be working for me. So it's just the bare M416 with the Coyote red dot sight. You could go with the holographic. That's always a nice choice if you want accuracy. I find that one to be quite easy to control, and the recoil seems to be a little bit easier to notice with that one. That's just my personal preference. But obviously I'm using the Coyote, and the reason that is you just want the wider view. It's a lot easier to see targets. Now for the secondary, I like the Deagle. The Deagle is pretty much my go-to pistol in general. I love it. I just love the sound of it. I like that bear as well. I don't like any red dot sights on that. I personally, I find they restrict my view. I don't know if it's just the way I aim. Where I aim on target, where I'm trying to get the headshots and whatever, but I just don't like the red dot sight. I like the iron sights. I like the feel of them. You know, that's just the way I like it. What else have we got? We obviously got the med kit. We got the defibs. Assault class. It comes around to about 11%. Of the time played, I've been using the assault class. Now, I don't really go for the assault class. I prefer the engineer because I like to take out vehicles. I prefer the recon because I can plant a spawn beacon and get around the enemies. And I prefer the support class as well, so I can drop ammo. I can get the PKP and go on some mad kill streaks and really get in there and take out a lot of players. But when I'm looking for those consistent games, this is a loadout for me. This is the one that I always go for. It is ranked, I think it's ranked 22nd on my weapons list. So I don't actually use it a lot. You know, I do like to mix up my gameplay. You'll often see me using a variety of weapons. I do have to admit though, the AK-5C and the ACWR are pretty much my go-to carbines if I'm going with that. But today I just wanted to show you guys my loadout for consistent games. You know, those games where you're just going to do well every time, you know, no messing about. And the M416 is really the weapon that is key to that. So I just wanted to show you guys my go-to loadout today. This is a 22 kill streak on Loadout Garden. This one's always a bit of a funny map to play. I always find it's one of those love or hate maps. There's no middle ground with this map. You either love it or hate it. I think it's a great map when there's no commander. If there's a commander, I absolutely hate this map. And the reason is it's very difficult to get across the map without being spotted anyway. So when you've got this commander there, and it's very open, you know, you can be spotted from across the map on this one. I know there's lots of cover and there's lots of different routes, but in general you can be spotted pretty easily. So I was quite happy about this game actually. You know, this is one of those maps I really find it difficult to get a kill streak on. One, just the commander, and you know, there's so many angles of attack, you can get spotted so easily. So I was quite happy with this one. So I managed to pick up an AN94 halfway through this kill streak. This guy's going to rush me, I'm going to have to drop to hip fire. Now this section is an absolute pain. Charlie flag. So I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to see where these enemies are coming from. Nice little kill on that guy. Burst fire is pretty good with this, but you got to get a feel for the connection. You know, some games, if I'm not feeling the connection, I'll drop it back to full auto. Because, you know, burst fire, you really need that good connection to get those hits on. So we've got this guy coming here. I'm going to outplay him. He thinks he's going to get that one. No, he shouldn't have walked out that far. He was on low health. 18 kills there. Try and pick up his kit. He hasn't got one. Got this horrible mare's leg. Do you guys actually like that weapon? I think it's pretty terrible. I can't get the feel for it. This guy nearly gets me. I managed to just go for a little suppression there. I had this feeling that if I drop down I'm going to get shot, so I just thought, screw it. Fire some bullets at that guy. Now here, Those guys are on Delta. They've also got Alpha, so they're going to be spawning in this place over here. Now this one, you want to be careful, because if you get stuck over here, you go running in that area while they're spawning. They're going to be spawning all around the place, and you're going to have a really tough time. Now that guy had to bail on that gunfight. There was no way I was going to win that one. I was already suppressed, so I'm just going to wait on this corner. This guy get hit marker. Fortunately, I can't get the second shot in. That mare's leg, it's a tough one. Luckily, get revived. I'm going to pick up this guy's weapon. And he's got an AN-94 as well. He's got this horrible, horrible sight. I don't know why people use sights like this. I don't see the appeal. What is the appeal of these sights? Do they just not get any way? I find that they really do get in my way. Let's go try and get up there with these guys. We'll spawn over there still. I feel like these sights, you have to, there's more work in trying to control the recoil. I don't understand what's the big deal. And there's the anti-head glitch in action there. If you stand too close, you get your bullets just hit straight on the box that you stood in front. And that is the end of my kill streak. So that is my go-to loadout. It's pretty simple, but it works. It's consistent, and you can just consistently do well with it. That's pretty much the gist. As I said, the AK-5C and the ACWR, they are my go-to carbines, but if I'm wanting a really consistent game, I just want to do well on the day, then I'll go for this loadout. I'd be interested to know what you guys like to use. Is it the Assault class? I know a lot of people use the Assault class. I don't. I'm quite surprised I can keep my stats quite high without the Assault class. I reckon I could probably, quite easily, bump my KD up by another 1. So like 3.7 if I use the Assault class more often. And use vehicles more often, because that's another thing, I rarely use vehicles. I'm not a big fan of vehicles, not that I don't like them, just I prefer infantry. I'm more of a gun-on-gun kind of person. But that's all I've got for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, what your favourite loadout is. And be sure to check out my live streams. I'm still toying with, do I stream on YouTube or Twitch? I'm still not too sure. So if you've got any opinions on that, let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys. Catch you later.